This would not be the first occasion his sacrifice attempted to flee, he acknowledged, with a flare of disdain. There was little courage or dignity flowing through the veins of his enemy. More than one of the maids would have condemned their entire clan to death if they could slip away and save their own skin. Content to wait for the lassie to walk toward her doom, Bain absently stroked the delicate golden torque hung about his neck. It would be a simple matter to enchant her as she passed, although not quite so satisfying as luring her away in view of her father and kin. As the footsteps neared, however, a faint frown marred his smooth countenance. He once again sniffed the air. There were two females approaching, one an elderly servant, and the other a foster lassie, without doubt, but not the one he was seeking. Stepping deeper into the shadows, he watched them pass through the gate with a narrowed gaze. What would lead the wench out at such an hour? Any woman of sense would be locked in her quarters on such an eve. Intrigued, in spite of himself, Bain studied the slender waif shrouded in silver moonlight. Although she was wrapped in a heavy cloak, he could tell she was constructed on delicate lines, far more delicate than most of the raw-boned foster clan, with a restless spirit that smouldered in the odd gold-flecked hazel eyes. And, unlike the rest of her kin, her hair was not the golden red of a sunrise, but rather a deep simmering fire that tumbled about her ivory skin like licks of flame. There was little to remind him of the deceitful lassie who had betrayed him nearly 200 years before. Nothing but the smell of her blood. Lingering, despite his urge to complete his revenge and return to his lair, Bain watched as the heavy-set servant with a square countenance and braid of coarse grey hair reached out to grasp the female's cloak.
"Isobella, this is daft. You must return to the castle."
With obvious impatience, the lassie twitched the cloak from the clinging fingers.
"Och, let me be." "Nay, I cannae let ye," the servant moaned. "There be something terrible foul in the air tonight."
Isobella gave a loud sniff, but Bain did not miss the faint shiver that raced through the slender form.
"You would have me cower behind these walls, to await the beast to come steal my sister, as do those pathetic wretches who claim to be noblemen and warriors."
Her tone was fierce, and Bain lifted a raven brow in surprise. So 'twas not only her appearance that was at odds with her clan.
"'Tis naught that can be done, mistress. The curse cannae be broken. If Catherine doesn't offer herself to the beast, every man, woman and child will be slain. Is that what ye would have?"
"Of course not.
"But neither do I intend to do no more than wail and bemoan Catherine's fate. There must be some means to halt the curse."
The lassie wrapped her cloak even tighter about herself as she glanced toward the nearby trees.
"There must be." "There is none. All who have tried are in their graves," the servant retorted, "if nae worse."
"So we have been told.
For too long we have been held in the clutches of fear to even attempt an end to the plague that besieges us." "Nay, mistress."
The older woman hastily crossed herself, perhaps sensing the danger that lurked in the shadows.
"Many have entered the cursed glen never to return."
Isobella gave a toss of her head.
"Foolish lads and drunken warriors out to seek glory. They blunder forward where stealth is needed. None have attempted to discover the weakness of the beast so that it might be slain."
"That is what ye intend to do."
"What else can I do?"
The delicate features hardened in the moonlight.
"I cannae hide here and do nothing."
Bain stilled, caught in an odd sense of fascination.
"'Tis sorely hard, but consider, lassie, there is nae saying the beast will come for Catherine on this night. It is said in the past he has oft times waited days and even weeks afore he claimed his prize."
"But he will come," she said in flat tones. The servant sighed.
"Aye, he will come."
"I will put off my duty no longer. I had hoped that father would gather his courage and do what is necessary."
"Och!"
Isobella squared her shoulders.